Alright guys, this is Manny back. What I got for you today, let's see if I can't get this down in here. You got an old Fujimi Volkswagen Golf. I got this kit from scaleworld.net over there in a little trade deal we did a couple years ago. And what I'm going to do with you guys today is I'm going to show you something. I just made a video with my Civic Cheeseburger Top 10 for March. And in the video, I said that I make my own tires. These right here are standard Fujimi Aeroshima Tamiya style size wheel. This is the style tire. Being a street car, it would have the street tire. So if you guys can't see that. Now, putting on the build like this, if I wanted to use these wheels on here, you see how, you know, we really don't have the room, and you see it's actually even kind of stiff, and it's just a great big old tire. Well, good friend of mine and fellow builder for scaleworld.net, John, better known as Gap Hill Speed Shop, asked me, how do I do what I do? So, first thing I do is I pick a tire with the tread that I like. You guys can see the tread. And I don't care so much the thickness of the sidewall. I know on a little tuner like this, that's what I'll be building, would be a tuner. So, what I want to do is I want a low profile. So, you can do one of two things. With the Tamiya wheels, most of your Tamiya, I should say, wheels, they have this lip at the back. See that little edge? And it keeps the tire from going over. But the fronts are usually always smooth. So then what I do is I'll take my tire, I size up just to get a notion of where it fit without stretching the tire. And then I look, and if you can see, it goes right to the Pirelli, or the Pirelli lining, or I should say lettering. So then what I do is I take a round Dremel like this, I put it on the inside of the tire like this, and then I just thin it out, and I just keep thinning and thinning and thinning until I get it to wrap the wheel the way I want. Sometimes I have to cut and shorten them, like on the Zimmerman wheels that I put my own tires on the Zimmerman wheels. His tires are Pegasus brand tires, so they're done in a different kind of composite than this type of rubber. So the backs are usually pretty well, but they're almost straight up like a Pegasus, and I like more of a little curve. The more curve I can get to my tire, the further inside the wall I can take it. So you can see here they have a little bit of a curve to it. So then what I do is I'll just do this for you guys real quick. The Dremel's going to be on, so there's going to be some noise, but I'm just going to show you guys real quick. I just take it, you put it in, take it like this, and you just put it in there, and you just go back and forth until you get the style you want. Now this gets warm, the rubber will heat up, so please take your time, be careful. I like using the little round one because it gets in there more control. The bigger one, it seems like you don't get the control, it grabs too quick. And like you can see it going right there on the table, you're slowly removing product. If you guys notice if you notice on the last video I just done with the Fairlane, and I put burning rubber on the quarter panel and underneath, that's what I did. I used the shavings from this with some clear glue, and then I just take this and I just sprinkled it on like it would be rubber actually coming off the car. I'm gonna finish drilling this tire out for you guys real quick. I will put this video up on both my Facebook and the YouTube page. And you gotta manage your width of your sidewall depending upon, you know, the style of build you're doing. If you're not doing a low profile tuner wheel, you don't want to go too low. And if you're, you know, but you don't want to be too big. I like more of the low profile look just because I'm trying to get the stance of, let's say, pro touring, show rod maybe, is what some of them say. And then on the tuners, a lot of the tuner wheels are just thinned anyway, so I like doing that. I mean, sure, in real life the wheels break super easy when you have such a thin wall, but the appeal of them is what I'm going over, the visual satisfaction instead of the actual performance. But you can get too far and run your tire, but the more you do these guys, the better you get. And you always have to do both sides. And like I said, it's usually a visual. You gotta set yourself a goal, and then I'm gonna show you. It's not the quickest job neither, but your efforts will be paid off at the end. For some of you guys looking for some really good looking white walls and stuff like that, I would think that you could build your white walls like this. You just have to groove your tire. I've never made a white wall, you know, tire with an insert or something. Then after a few minutes, you got to clean everything up. My hands get full of dirt. It is a messy tip, but usually what I do is I get my sidewall down. If you see the original tire to what I have now, usually I get my sidewall down to where I need it to be, and then I start checking and make sure it's even. And it, you know, it takes a little bit of time and practice. I do this quite often and still end up needing to trim stuff up. And you always want to make sure the inside is nice and flat, so that way you don't have like a lump in the middle of it. So now that you go through there and you look at everything, I'm going to put the original tire back on the wheel. Now I'm going to show you the modified tire. Here's the modified tire. You put that on and see it's not stretching no more. And you see just a little bit of difference just in that. If I wanted to, I could keep going and thin this out. Or you can cut it. You can cut it straight if you can, you know, you got to try to cut straight. You can cut it, stretch it together, and you can even get a lower profile, or you can keep sanding that on, make it a lower profile. And that's basically what I do. John's the one that asked the question, but I thought it would be informative for all of us, or for, you know, anybody else interested in doing this. I just use the small barrel sander. Here's the large barrel sander, and I use the small just because you put the large in there, you don't really, I mean, it would do the job on a bigger tire, but on a smaller tire it wouldn't. But look at the difference that you have with here. You have more control, and you can work it better. So that's why I choose that one. It actually works on all wheels. I choose the Tamiya Aeroshima wheels. I got a big purchase from David Zine from Facebook a few months ago. Well, it's been 2 years now. And I bought a bunch of his kit wheels because he was, or I should say I bought a bunch of his kit tires because he uses a lot of the Aeroshima Fujimi aftermarket ones. So I was taking the kit ones and, you know, the leftovers from the kit itself. So I had quite a few, maybe 15 sets, 20 sets at one time. And I've been drilling them out and using them to my liking. But that's about it, guys. Quick little video. Hope this helps. Just so you can see some of the difference. Now look, the tire fits in and out. Now the tire will fit in and out of there without any issues. And, you know, before, it's big. You know what I mean? See how big that is? That looks like a truck wheel. And then now you put this in there, and it's more feasible. No, you know, no hanging up or nothing like that. But the wheels I actually made for this are these, and I'm using I'm gonna slam this one to the grass. That's how I like my VWs. And those wheels there were done the same way, just using a set of Revell wheels. And I'll be building that sometime soon. I have so many damn projects, guys. Well, I've always said it, and now our friend Fred Henry is saying it. Guys, dream it and build it. Don't care what is realistic. Don't care what is crowd pleasing, I should say. Build for yourself. Get out there and build some stuff. You seen I just did that Fairlane in a quick 48-hour build, and then I have builds that have been sitting on my desk for year and a half. You know, sometimes a project just speaks to you, and sometimes, you know, it takes a little bit of time to gain interest. The tire I just made, I just put on a set of Pegasus wheels that I've had forever with no tire, just to see the look. Little too big for the Rabbit. Little too big. Alright, guys, that's Minnie. Have a good one. Hope this technique helped, and I made a mess, so I gotta clean up. You guys have a great weekend.